Today we tour the Volusia Mall in Daytona Beach, Florida. Here's our aerial shot of the property, and in case you were wondering how close it is to the International Speedway, well, it's right across the street, along with the airport and an aeronautical university, so there's a whole lot going on in this part of town. The mall opened in October 1974 with 844,000 square feet. This single-floor shopping mall has a staggering 6 anchor stores. Currently, 2 are vacant. The 4 occupied spaces are home to JCPenney and 3 separate Dillard stores, which was slightly disorienting as a first-time visitor. I love this sign because it's at the rear of the mall and completely not visible from the street. As we pass by the 2 Dillards at the rear of the property, you'll notice this first one has that blue cascading tile, and we've seen that before at Belk stores at both Paddock Mall and the Oaks. It looks like when all of these malls were constructed in the Central Florida area, the architects had a clear vision. Dillard's leased the spaces in 1990, 96, and 98, making the mall the first and still only mall in the country to have 3 separate Dillard's locations. The 2 empty anchor stores were home to Macy's, as we're passing by currently, and Sears, as we saw earlier in the video. Let's take a look inside. So this was crazy to see. This Sears sign is still up on the interior of this mall. This Sears location closed in March 2019 as part of the brand's closure of 80 stores nationwide. That means 3 years after closing, this sign remains on the facade. Just a month after closing, a company by the name of Transform Co. bought the building for $5.9 million. This is a privately held company which was formed in February 2019 to acquire some of the assets of Sears Holding Corporation after they filed for bankruptcy in October 2018. This was a separate vacant store that was just down the corridor from Sears. Transform Co. purchased the surviving assets of Sears Corporation for a total of $5.2 billion. Currently, there are no plans for the former Sears store here at Volusia Mall. This JCPenney location has optical, salon, and photo studio services. And of course they have the staple mattress section in the department store. I feel like these are a giant waste of space. As you can see, there were no customers or employees around. I mean, imagine passing by like 3 different mattress stores on your way to shop for one at JCPenney. It's just ridiculous. Just like the Oaks Mall, the JCPenney here at Volusia went with the concrete look down their center walkways, but only partially because we transitioned back to tile. The store had this really big clearance section in the front corner, and it was mostly clothes and homeware goods. As we head towards the Dillard's women's store, you'll notice this beautiful wall of mirrors. This Dillard's women's store was the most upscale anchor, with cove lighting and built-in clothing displays. They even have this beautiful two-tone carpet, and I couldn't tell if that was blue or green. You tell me what you think. This was over in the children's Dillard store, and you can tell it's not as upscale because they only have one-tone carpet and a broken escalator. Back when the mall opened, the center court, which we're headed to now, featured a large water fountain with multiple geysers. This was removed in 1997. I was able to find a picture of it courtesy of William Butler. Look at how beautiful that was. It really is a shame that the mall removed this feature. I think just due to the age, I couldn't find much information online regarding why it was removed. We are walking towards the former Macy's, which closed in March 2021 as part of the company's plan to close 46 stores nationwide. An Orlando-based developer announced plans to turn the former Macy's store into 350 luxury apartments. Their intent would be to demolish the entire building and build completely new from the ground up. The company hopes the project drives traffic to the mall. I hope this proposal gets approved by the city because that proximity would really benefit the mall. Something that really caught me off guard about this place is that the entire food court is abandoned. Look at that. I've never been to a not dead mall that had no food court. I know that Cajun Cafe looks open, but I was here on a Sunday afternoon and you can see the place is empty. But don't fret, your dining options are supplemented by the 7 restaurants in the mall's parking lot. At the time of filming, there were 73 stores, kiosks, and food options open in the mall. I really liked this blue tile they used to wrap the columns. That was our tour of the Volusia Mall, and I want to thank you so much for watching.